Oh man. Latieres Whitfield says single season brings unrest to him. Single season. Is that the season that we're in right now? I know there's a cuffing season. I didn't know that. Okay, listen, relationships are the goal. You know, and for you brothers that have a nice, soft, sweet smelling woman laying next to you tonight after we end this podcast, oh man, shout out to you guys. Nice, feminine, soft woman
Ow.
that you get to get up and spoon behind. I know y'all thinking about it right now. But being single does not bring me unrest. Shout out to you married brothers, but it's only a few of us up here that's single. And let me tell you, it doesn't bring me unrest because unrest is picking the wrong one. And I am not interested in picking I'm not interested in picking the harmless snake in a pack of venomous snakes. I can't tell the difference, man. You got you got garden snakes in a pack of fucking venomous king cobras, and they all look alike. And the thing for me is I've been on both sides of the mountain. And let me tell you guys, I know that Latieres, he has his writing letters and he's feeling sad and he's lonely and whatnot. But let me tell you, man, the single side is much more comforting than the other side with the wrong chick. That's why I really envy you brothers that got you a solid woman, man. I really do. And I believe there's a lot of solid women out there. It's just that it's hard for me to discern the difference between them and them venomous snakes. And so with knowing that it's hard to determine that and finding myself exerting a lot of energy and a lot of my time, giving a lot of my attention just to turn around and get bit later because I have a bad picker, because I'm not good at determining those red flags, or I see the red flags and I know it's a red flag, but that, she get real good head. I'm fine with the single side until I see something that is just overwhelmingly clear that is a safe snake to deal with. So I won't be writing no letters like he is. Not me. I'm okay being over here on this side of the mountain where I know that all of my decisions and all of my mistakes are mine. That's all I got.
All right. Go ahead, man.
Shit, what Shan said. I mean, straight up. So I'm single. I've never been married. I've never been close to getting married. I haven't been in a position to where I feel like I need to get a ring for somebody or gotten to that point in my life yet. Kind of what Cloud was saying. I'm not, the Sierra prayers and stuff. That's a little much for me. That was a lot. But at the same time, I do understand that if you're a master manifestor and whatnot, you write down your goals. You write down what you're trying to manifest. Um, you when you're in the beginning of the year, you're trying to get your goals together, and you get your vision boards. You write that down as well. So I understand that he's trying to manifest a wife, and he's trying to put in those good qualities that he's looking for, that he wants in a wife. So I get it. I understand that. And I know Clout was saying dude needs to get a dating profile or whatever, but I mean, at the same time, if I remember correctly, Lapeef, you mentioned that dude's got like 500K subs or something like that. So it sounds like he got a big ass pool himself from his own following that he might be trying to fish in. you know what I'm saying, and reel in some Christian mingle or whatever out of his pond or his pool or his little ocean he's got over there with 500,000 subs. So that's the only thing that makes sense to me of why he'll be writing Sierra prayers and whatnot. Um, but for me personally, I'm not writing that. I'm not writing that down, and I'm not writing that down for public consumption in any way. Um, I can write that down, put it under a mattress, and then if you exude those principles and all that, then that's a whole nother deal. Then I can just check it off the list over time as we're dating. Um, yeah, but single season, it's definitely coming up right now. Usually happens around springtime, going into the summer. Girls got their hot girl summer going on. You got city boy summer. And it goes from probably around like end of April, beginning of May, all the way through September is when it starts to end after Labor Day and all that. That's when, the single season stops pretty much or slows down. And then cuffing season starts coming up towards the end of October. So that normally happens because it's right before the holidays and all that kind of stuff. So everybody that didn't know, that's how it goes. So if you're single, you're trying to get cuffed up, you better find who you're looking for before Halloween, because after that, it ain't happening. So, and then you secure somebody for the winter so you can cuddle up with and stay warm and, all that stuff and get all comfy and whatnot through the winter holidays. Someone you can bring home to your parents and whatnot. I'm talking about the ladies. They like to bring somebody home and all that for Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then have somebody for Valentine's. So that's typically how the schedule works. But I'm very, very, very confident and comfortable in my singleness, um, because I don't feel as though I need somebody else to complete me in that aspect. It'll be great to have somebody to complement what I have going on and add to what I got going on. But that's a rigorous task. And I'm up for the task, but I've dated quite a bit in my time, and trying to for someone that wants to be Mrs. Madden, um, it's you're gonna have to have some patience. It's gonna take some time because that's a rigorous process, like I said. So it's not something I'm just gonna give away very easily and frivolously. It's something that's definitely earned, and it's something that's definitely has to be with the right person, which is why it's gonna take time. For me, like kind of like what Shan was saying, I gotta make sure that you're the snake that's not full of venom. You know what I'm saying? So they're all snakes. You just gotta figure out which one is defanged or which one is still full of venom. So you gotta figure out which one's not gonna bite you, which one's not gonna, give you a heart attack. So you have to literally take that time to learn somebody, get past what Nelson was talking about, take get to know somebody past their that masking phase, that phase when you're being their representative and whatnot. Get past those 3 months, get past that time, when they get past the best version of them, so you get to the real them and you get to really see, are they really, doing things out the goodness of their heart? Are they really doing things because they're just that kind of a person? Or, they wiping, crust out your eyes and stuff out your beard? Are they doing that because they know that's your love language? Are they doing that because that's just what they naturally do with that feminine energy? I mean, there's a lot of things you got to figure out, when it comes to wanting to looking for a wife and for someone to be my wife. So yeah, it's definitely a process, and I'm very comfortable and confident in this space of singleness because I don't want to have to do it again. I'm gonna do it once and I'm gonna do it right if that's what I'm gonna do. So that's where I stand.
Real quick before we like keep digging in, I just wanted to kind of go in on like what we got going on because I know a lot of people aren't really familiar with this gentleman's podcast, right? So he's the dude that covered Derek Jackson's wife, like when he got caught cheating and all of that. he interviews a lot of people about relationships and stuff. I think we're taking it very literally, right? Like the dude is not just sitting there writing letters every week, like hoping he's going to get a wifey. That's his sentiment. It's almost like he's adding a bit of his personal life into it just to kind of go with the narrative of what he's doing. It's not like he's literally just begging for a wife like every week. That's not really his sentiment. He's just kind of adding a bit of his personal life to it, right? Just so you can kind of be like, okay, it's relatable. Okay, I see. I'll come through this. I'll be on this journey with you. So the idea of his podcast is to kind of get to the root of what the problems are in relationships, right? And he's going through this journey with you. So that's all that is. That's just him sharing part of his world, but he's not like literally desperately begging for women on the internet. I think that's where we're kind of misunderstanding. It does come off as a bit weird. And if that's what he were actually doing, then I'd be like, yeah, that's kind of weird as hell, like Clout said. And if you don't watch it and you don't get it and you don't really dig his personality, then I could see why you would feel like that. It's not because that is out of the ordinary, but those who watch it know like it's not really that deep. And as far as the marriage, if you did it wrong, right, and you are divorced now, people know it's close to 70% of the time that you're going to fail. So if you're a bit apprehensive or reluctant to get married to just anybody and you're like really, really taking your time and being very careful about it, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.